Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your ears and your eyes. Diva Divine Light, live from Brooklyn, New York.
Know the lanes and what you saying, yo. Silly with my 9 milli with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club, I be while in the studio. You don't wanna vibe, nigga, really and truly, yo. My main thug, nigga named Julio, he moody, yo. Like a nigga that'll slap me with the tulio. Bitch, nigga scared to death, act fruity, yo. Fuck that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way you shake it, make me wanna get all in the booty, yo. With no lanes and what you saying, yo.
Diva Divine Light.
Really hard hearted to me. See what you got for me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Still $1 in a place to be. If you really hard hearted to me. See what you got for me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Still $1 in a place to be. If you.
You're watching Diva, the Divine Light. A fun-loving, caring, passionate person who talks about sex, celebrity, and real-life issues, and even abuse. So hit that like button and make sure you share the show.
Really hard-hearted to me. See what you got for me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Still $1 in a place to be. If you really hard-hearted to me. See what you got for me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Still $1 in a place to be. If you really hard-hearted to me. See what you got for me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Still $1 in a place to be. If you really hard-hearted to me. See what you got for me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Still $1 in a place to be. If you.
Here comes the pitch, and it comes in wide. On the combo.
Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your ears and your eyes.
Yo. What's happening, guys? What's good? I know it's really late. Y'all know already. My sister be going to sleep early, waking up in the middle of the night, and oh God, listen. People, listen, what's up, everybody? I tell you, the information that floats out on these streets of the YouTube world is like really living in the Twilight Zone. I can't. It's ridiculous already. Let me say what's up to everybody in the building. Sonia, what's up, Sonia? Bev, what's up, baby? Ty. Karen Johnson. What's up, lady? Les Smith. What's up, baby? Kelly's a dog head. What's up, baby? Atmos Love Zone. Babe, I just finished watching your live. Great live. Great live, bro. You spoke nothing but facts over there. Missy, what's up, baby? Hey, T-Bam. Purple. What's up, my family in the building? Well, guys, people are running in these streets talking about que R. Kelly was approved, his appeal went through, and all this crazy shit. I'm so sick of these people. I cannot anymore. Oh, God. I tell you. All right, listen. This is what it is, okay? This is what is going on with R. Kelly, okay? The first thing on the agenda, okay, is his hearing for the restitution in the Eastern District of New York. Now, that is the case where he was convicted and he got sentenced to 30 years. Okay? That's the New York case. The next step right now is the restitution hearing. Okay? And that's supposed to be the 28th or the 29th. I don't remember which day it was, damn it. It's either the 28th or the 29th is when his hearing is coming up. Okay. Matter of fact, let me look in my, hold on real quick. Let me go on my Pesa real quick. Okay. All right. Okay. Why is it not here? That's weird. Mm-hmm. Well, it's supposed to be September 29th or 28th. One of those 2 days. I can't. It's not showing up here. That's very strange here. Oh no, this is. That's why. Okay, I'm on the wrong one, guys. Hold on. I'm on the other one. Sorry, I was supposed to look at New York. Instead, I was in okay. Why is this? Okay, let me. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta go back. Hold on, I gotta go back. Here we go. New York. All right, yeah. Okay, September 28th, tomorrow. All right. So he was granted. Okay. This is what R. Kelly was granted. R. Kelly was granted to appear via Zoom for the September 28th hearing, which is tomorrow. And that hearing for tomorrow is for the restitution. Okay? That's what that's about. That's the only thing that R. Kelly got granted. Okay? That's what was granted for R. Kelly. He was granted permission to do his hearing via Zoom. Okay? That's the only thing he was granted. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing. Okay? So please stop. If you don't know what the hell you're talking about, please stop. Stop, stop, stop. I say this all the time. Please stop. Please. You are confusing people. Please stop. Please. You make it hard for the people out here who do real work. Y'all make me work. You know, it's these it's these people right here. Those people right there, those people, yeah, those are the ones. Yep, yep. So, what's going on as of now for the Eastern District of New York case for the restitution hearing? There was an order that was put in regarding two letters that were submitted by one by the government and one by the defense. Document numbers 331 and 337. Now, the government had asked the court to seal its letter and documents relating to the restitution. Now, the documents may be sealed if specific on the record findings, and they are made demonstrating that closure is essential to preserve higher values and is narrowly tailored to serve that interest. Although protecting the identities of victims and their personal medical information are higher interests that may justify sealing. So the court does not find that sealing the parties' letters in their entirety is narrowly tailored to those interests. So the victims testified in court under pseudonyms about many of the things that underline the restitution requests. So therefore, by September 27th, that's today, okay, the parties are instructed to confer and submit to the court joint proposed redactions of their letters, documents numbers 331, 336, and 337. Those are sealed. Okay. Now, public versions of the letters will be issued once appropriate redactions have been determined. And this is ordered by Judge Donnelly. So, they got to put in letters by today proposing what they want to be redacted. And then once there's an agreement, they will release those letters to the public. Then we will be able to see documents number 331, 336, and 337 after they do their redactions. Okay? That's what's going on with the restitution hearing. And the hearing is tomorrow, the 28th. So they have to have these proposed redacted letters put in today so that we, the public, can view them later on. Okay? That's what's going on there. Okay? And there's one other thing I wanted to say is that just to let you guys know, a reminder that R. Kelly's sentencing hearing for the Chicago trial, where he was just convicted of 6 counts and he was found not guilty, acquitted of 7. Okay? Out of the 6 counts, he's looking to face, the prosecutor said they want to do his sentencing consecutive. Okay? Now, what that means is he's already convicted of 30, right? So if they decide to give him 30 more, that means he'd have to do the 30 years in New York plus the 30 years in Chicago back to back. So he's got to finish the 30 here and then he's got to go to do the 30 over there. That's consecutive. That's what it means. So, say for instance, he's facing him for counts 1 through 4, right? They're saying that the maximum possible penalties are 20 years, okay, with a mandatory minimum of 10 years, and then a supervised release of not more than 5 years. Also, he has to pay a fine of $250,000 and a special assessment of $100 along with restitution. Okay, that's what he's facing. That doesn't mean that that's going to happen. It could change. It could be different. They could maybe the money portion, because they were saying that they probably were going to drop the forfeiture in the Chicago case. I'm not sure what about that and what's going to happen, but that was something that they said. Now, for counts 9 through 13, which is the enticement of minors, right? Because the first one had to do with the child pornography, making the tapes. Now, for these counts 9 through 13, he was only found guilty on counts 9, 10, and 12. So 11 and 13 were dropped, right? So for this, he's facing a statutory maximum of 10 years on each count. So he's looking at 20 years for counts 1 through 3, right? That's the maximum. The minimum for that would be 10 years, right? Then he's facing 10 years for each count for numbers 9, 10, and 12. So the minimum is 10 years. I'm sorry, the maximum is 10 years for that. Okay? So he's facing 10, 20, 30 years alone just for the enticement of minors. Okay? Plus a minimum and a maximum of 20 to 10 for counts 1 through 4. So that would be 40 years. Right? That would be 40 years to 50 years. Okay? But the prosecutors were talking about 10 to 90 years. And that has to do with the fact as well that, remember, he's already convicted in New York, so he has a conviction. So they would add that to the sentencing guideline and do this point system that they do. So he's already a lifer, basically. And he's looking at another life sentence. So, yeah, 10 to 90 years is what they're looking at. And they want it done consecutively. That means back to back. So he does 30, then he's got to do 10 or 20, then he's got to do 10, 10, and 10. If they run it concurrent, that means they give him 30 here and 50 there, but they're going to put it together. So all together, he'll have 50 years. As opposed to 30 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. Get it? I just want y'all to understand that. Okay. Next thing. Okay. People keep talking about the appeal, and they want to know exactly what's going on with the appeal. Okay. Now, as we all know, R. Kelly, his defense team, Bon Jean, put together she put in a notice to apply for an appeal for R. Kelly. Okay, that's the first step you do. You apply for the appeal. Okay, so it will be the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, which is the Second Circuit is run in New York. Okay, so that's the district Second Circuit is the district to where he will be having his appeal. And it's the United States of America, which are the appellees, versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, the appellant. Now, for those who don't know his appeal docket number and want to research and check out his case, you go into Pacer and you put in the docket number 22-1481. Okay? And you can follow what's going on with his appeal case. Okay? Now, Robert Sylvester Kelly has filed a scheduling notification. This is what just happened on the 20th. 7 days ago, Bonjean had put in a notification, okay, for the appeal court, letting them know, according to the local rule 31-2, and she was also setting a December 20th of 2022 as the brief filing date. So, in other words, Bonjean's notice to put in for application for an appeal was approved. Right? They let it go. It went in. Now she has to put in a brief. Okay? And that is what will be seen by the judges, and that will be her argument. So her brief is her argument for the appeal. Now, we all know that she wants, because according to the appellate paperwork, she wants all charges to be dropped in the racketeering case that he was convicted of for 30 years. Okay? So that's her fight. She's saying that this was bogus charges, right? And this has to be done. And we don't want this conviction. This is all wrong. Please make it right. That's basically what she's pleading, right? So now, this brief, okay, it is hereby ordered that the appellant's brief must be filed on or before December 20th of 2022. Now, if the brief is not filed by that date, counsel may be subject to an order to show cause why a financial sanction should not be imposed under Local Rule 27-1H for the default. Now, this was approved by and for the court by Catherine O'Hagan Wolf, who is the clerk of the courts. Okay? So that is what's going on there. So she has to put in her brief before December 20th of 2022. Okay? And if she don't, then she has to answer to the court, and she could be financially sanctioned. Okay? Now, where was it? All right, so the local rule 31-2 is the briefing schedule. Okay? And it also talks about expedited appeals on the calendar, regular and expedited appeals. So that's basically what that is. So she has to make sure that her deadline is put in. Okay. And then the local 27, as far as the sanctions, that the court may, after affording the party notice and opportunity to be heard, impose sanctions against the party that fails to comply with this rule. So she could be fined if she doesn't put it in time. Okay? So that's what that's about. Those are the updates for R. Kelly. That's it. That's all. I don't understand what the hell people are going around saying that he was. I'm just. I'm amazed. That's all I gotta say. Now, I just wanted you guys to hear something, okay? Now, we all know about what's going on with Sly Fox and Hollywood, right? Yeah, y'all all know what's going on with them. Right? I know we're all aware that they have a case coming up in court, XYZ, right? Now, everybody's like, "Oh, but Sly Fox she's an angel and she could not, beat nobody up. She couldn't threaten nobody. That's not in her nature. She's not like that. She's such a sweet, loving person. She don't bother nobody. This, that, and the third, and she's holier than thou, and all this other crap." And then she had the nerve to come on her live and say, "Oh, Diva Divine, it wasn't me that made fun of you or your daughter. It was somebody in my chat and blah, blah, blah. So you can't take it out on me. I don't know why you got mad at me." No. No. Bitch, no. 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 You're not cute. You're not cute. No, you're not, bitch. No. Get the fuck out of here. Kick rocks. What are we doing? 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 What's up, everybody? Okay, now I can see the chat because I just switched over because I want you guys to listen to something. Okay? Sylvia is so fucking innocent. She couldn't harm a fly. She's not that type of woman. She's so holy, right? All right. I just want y'all to listen to this real quick. Okay? And then y'all tell me how holier than thou this bitch is. Okay? All right.
Nah, she better not say shit to me. That lady, that diva woman, I'm gonna kick her ass. She's come near me. Better not say shit to me.
Let me know if y'all can hear it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it.
Nah, she better not say shit to me. That lady, that diva woman, I'm gonna kick her ass. She's come near me. Better not say shit to me. better not say shit to me. That lady, that diva woman, I'm gonna kick her ass. She's come in. Then I say shit to me.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Who said that? Who said that? Girl, who said that? Oh, man. So who said that? That's what I want to know. Who said that? The Sly Fox said that. But she's holier than thou. Truly, really holier than thou. And I didn't do anything. You want to know what I did? I walked past her, smiled, laughed, and said, amen, he has been convicted. Yes, guilty, guilty, guilty. And she got pissed off. Oh, she's happy. Over there, she's happy. Look at her over there. She's happy, happy, happy. There's nothing to be happy about. And that's all I did. I ain't do nothing else. Nothing else. Stood right in front of them, said what I said. The other chick, Janet, said, oh, you need to shut the fuck up. I said, oh, he's guilty. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And kept walking past them bitches. Ain't none of them come up to me, step front, none of that. Ain't none of them bitches gangster. None. But yet, you hear Sylvia talking shit like she was ready to whoop my ass. I wish I would have went up to her just to see. I wish I would have went up to her just to see. But when I said what I had to say to her back in New York for his sentencing, she had shit to say, right? She said some shit talking, walking away, right? But when I told her and I fronted her in her face, she ain't had nothing to say. Same thing with Hollywood, too. Hollywood tried to act like she was all big and bad and try to approach me in the building. Like, bitch, you ain't shit. Shut the fuck up. You ain't shit. She tried to act like she ain't know who I was. Bitch, you know exactly who the fuck I was. If you didn't know who the fuck I was, you wouldn't have approached me. So you know exactly who the fuck I was. Like when she came home and she was like, well, I don't know who you. He was like, you don't know who I am. You know who the fuck I am. Stop playing. You know who I am. I'm Diva Divine Light. I know who you are. Don't you remember you gave me 2 strikes in the beginning? I said, yeah, I said something about you. All I said was, look, Hollywood, she's chilling right over there. That's what she's doing. Look at her. That's all I said. I ain't say nothing. The fuck I said. Look at the bitch standing over there. There she is. That's all I said. What's the problem? You got a problem? She didn't have no problem. Her thing was, my channel's popping. I'm the best thing in the streets and people don't know me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, good for you. I'm glad your channel's growing. Yeah. Okay, bitch. But you don't know me. Stop lying. That's right. I'm here for the victims. That's what I'm doing here. Yeah, you don't like my shirt. My shirt is cute. It says, fuck R. Kelly. That's right. You don't like it? Too bad. It was the funniest thing ever. Like, really, truly. Like, she thought she was going to move me somewhere. I don't know. She ain't moved shit. What she did was make me laugh. That's what she did. And then there's this dumb lady who's on Twitter. I can't stand her ass. I really can't. The things that she spews out of her mouth, you just want to pop on the mouth. And her name is Charisse. It's not Charisse, like Charisse is Charis. Charis, Love, on YouTube. Okay. And she had some mumbo jumbo shit to say for like 15 minutes about the girls getting their restitution. So I just wanted you guys to listen to this wonderful, wonderful woman and the things she had to say. And drop your comments in the chat as you're listening. Okay? Listen to this twat. Yeah, because she's a twat.
R. Kelly is an extremely resilient man. He's extremely tough. And that's one of the things I love about him is that no matter how many times they knock him down, he gets back up. And that's why he has been so successful for the past 30 years in the music business, because he basically never gives up. And his strength is what I pray for. His continued strength is what I pray for daily. And of course, I pray for his freedom. R. Kelly does not deserve to be behind bars for the rest of his life for having consensual sex. Most of these allegations are from the 90s when he was in his 20s. And I don't think that it should be held over his head for the rest of his life that he fucked with a few whores willingly and consensually. And then those whores decided to run and lie and make it seem like he's this monster when they willingly chased that man to make sure they got in his bed. They willingly did threesomes. They willingly participated in everything. And they want to point the finger at him like he's...
Girl, what are you talking about? Whores. We're talking about 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls who were minors. Yes, they wanted to have sex with R. Kelly. Yes, but he took it. They were underage. It doesn't matter. The problem is he broke the law. Period. He broke the law by sleeping with minors and then taping it. Therefore, you made child pornography. I don't care what anybody says. At the end of the day, that's what he did. That's what he's being charged for. That's what he was being convicted of. Sexual assault. Another word, statutory rape. That's basically what he did. It doesn't matter. He broke the law. That's the problem. Calling these little girls whores. You're a fucking twat. How about that, you fucking twat? You're a twat.
The bad guy and not take accountability for the role that they played. And we're not gonna...
The girls need to take accountability for the roles they played. They took accountability when they stood on the stand. That's when they took accountability. When they stood on the stand and said, yes, I was there. Yes, I did love him. Yes, I did do these things with him. Yes, yes, yes. But at the end of the day, come to find out, I was being abused. I didn't even realize I was being abused until it was too late. Here we are 20 years later, and I'm on the stand saying I was abused, and I didn't even realize I was being abused. You're a fucking twat, Charis, whatever the fuck your name is, you dickhead.
Sit up here and play these reindeer games with these dirty whores. It's free R. Kelly all day.
Keep his ass
I'm never
locked
going to go
up
against
all day.
him. He has been done wrong. He has been done wrong. 3.5 years behind bars so far. 3.5 years behind bars. A lot of time. I know he's been in there thinking and wishing he never married Drea and wishing he never was around any of these filthy fucking whores. I know if he could go back and wave a magic wand, he never would have helped that stink bitch Sparkle. He never would have married Drea. He never would have been around none of these motherfuckers. Damn sure wouldn't have had Azriel around him. You know, that's a grimy bitch, right?
He wouldn't have had none of these girls around him if he wasn't a fucking superstar. And he wouldn't have had these girls around him if he wasn't touring and doing concerts, because these girls were his fans. So now he's not allowed to have fans, right? He's not allowed to have fans because they're all whores, because they're all after R. Kelly. Because that's what they were, fans going to see his concerts. They were fans that wanted an autograph in a mall or in a McDonald's. So he's a superstar and he's not allowed to have fans. That's what you're saying. You're a fucking fan. You're a stan. How about that? You're a stan, girl. Girl, sit your ass down.
There. That's a grimy fucking bitch right there.
And why is Azriel grimy? I'm confused. Because she decided to say, fuck this shit, I'm out. I deserve better. She's grimy because she's seen her worth. She's grimy. Wow. You grimy.
Mm-hmm. She more grimy than Rashana, because Rashana, the feds had to come get her.
Wait. Rashana's grimy, guys. She's grimy too because she went to the feds too, but she was forced to testify. You damn right. You damn right she was forced to testify. You know why? Because she needed justice. Even though R. Kelly had her ass fooled and she fell in love with an older man who abused her for many years. On and off. She thought that was love. Because that's what he taught her. Because she was 13. And he was 31. I mean, what the fuck? The fuck out of here. Bitch. Sit your ass down, bitch. Word up.
You know, and force her to testify. Azriel volunteered to testify. That's a funky bitch right there. Nobody wants to take accountability. Everybody wants to point the finger at R. Kelly, and people say, well, R. Kelly need to take accountability. He's in jail. What more do you motherfuckers want?
Thank God he's in jail. What we want is for him to confess and say, yeah, I did that shit. And you know what? I fucked up. That's what we want. Now we're at that point. That's what we want. He's in jail. His next step is to apologize to the world and to his fans in the court. And to all those women's hearts he broke and the lives he took from them, their innocence.
He's in jail. I personally don't think he should apologize to anybody. Because once you've been punished, there's no need to apologize.
Once you've been punished, this bitch said you don't need to apologize. Well, then you know what? If he don't need to apologize, he don't need to go to heaven. How about that? He will not see the Lord at the pearly gates. The Lord will cast his ass straight to hell. How about that? Since you don't want him to apologize, he don't need to. You heard that? We got some fucking demons up in these streets. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't even want to hear her no more. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the dumb bitch that's out here talking shit. I can't take her shit anymore. She sounds fucking nasty. But check this out. Young Jock had a little something to say a couple of days ago, talking about the 30-year sentence. Now that he was convicted in Chicago, on top of that 30 years, what young Jock thinks about that.
Switch topics for me for a second. Let's go. R. Kelly. I think it came out today. It may have came out yesterday, but the verdict came in his
guilty on the
trial in Chicago.
Guilty on the child pornography charges. He was found not guilty on 7 other charges that were ranging from him tampering with the courts, and the people trying to say that he was trying to keep people from coming to testify. All those charges were dropped, but he was found guilty on the child pornography charges. And so now we got to sit back and see what type of extendo they're going to put on his magazine, because he already got a full clip. They about to add some more on this shit. So,
yeah, they say, the judge could make it consecutive, but the experts are saying it looks like it'll run concurrent. I mean, this man already got 30. Like, he can't afford no more time. So he was found guilty on 6 counts of the child pornography, as he should have been. And, God bless him, man. And God bless all them victims, man. Hopefully they have some closure. Hopefully they have some peace, knowing that they had their day in court and this man was found guilty for what they know to be true.
That's right. Hopefully these girls do have some peace. It's now, after all of this is done, it's time for them and everyone else that's involved in this situation to heal, including R. Kelly. It's time for everyone to heal, including Kells, including him. Now I'm going to take you guys out with a little something, and then I'm going to end this live. I wasn't making it a long live or anything like that. Okay. This is from H.G. Tudor. Okay. He's a writer, and he also has a YouTube channel. And he is a known narcissist. He knows he's a narcissist. Okay. And he writes these books and tells these stories about narcissism. Now, in this one chapter, he speaks about love me, hate me, but never ignore me. Now, this is something that the narcissists do. Now, remember in the Gayle King interview, and there was another interview where R. Kelly had stated the same thing. You can love me or you can hate me, but just use your common sense. Okay? Is that camera looking at me? Love me, hate me, but never ignore me. Okay? So H.G. Tudor was on point with the shit he was saying. So I'm just going to take you guys out with this little clip. It's like 13 minutes long. And I want you guys to just listen. And for those who are in the replay, please tell me your comments and what you think about this. Do you think that H.G. Tudor was right? And what do you think about what Sylvia said to me and how she threatened to beat me up if I got close to her? So I want y'all to drop your comments in the comment section below, okay? All right. I want to know what y'all think about that. So I'm going to take you guys out with this one.
Love me, hate me, never ignore me. I want your love. I want your hate. I want your joy. I want your tears. I want every single emotional ounce that you possess, and I want it directed at me. That is part of what all narcissists require. Your fuel, our lifeblood, which also signals control. It is easy to understand why anybody would want to be loved, because isn't that what everybody only ever wants to have? That seems to be the case from what I have seen from those who are empathic and normal, to love and to be loved. I only ever wanted to be loved, and no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried to achieve it, it was denied to me. Although I now understand that my desire to be loved was not in the way that you want to be loved. No, my desire was based upon it giving me an existence. It signified that I mattered, that I was important, and most of all, that I had control. I required and wanted that manifestation of love because it served my needs as to what I am, different to you.
What's up, baby?
I sought that love because I saw that it was given to others, and I wanted it. I wanted to matter. I wanted it to cause me to exist, to validate who I am. And thus I sought it out. But it was denied to me, and I was met with, push yourself harder, go further, work harder, and perhaps you can then have it. I was promised that gain repeatedly, and I complied. I strove, and I toiled, and I grafted. I studied, I obeyed. I trained, I ran, and I ran fast. I jumped, and I jumped higher than anyone else. I tackled, I shot, I pushed, I swam, I wrote, I complied, I answered, I read, and I read, and I read. I achieved, I overachieved. I did everything that was ever demanded of me back then.
What's up, guys? What's up, fellas in the building? What's up, y'all? What's up, grown little boy? What's up, Papi? What's up, Info Man? What's up, Lordship? Yeah, so this is HG Tudor, and he's speaking from a narcissist point of view. So he's telling, it's like he's telling on himself, you know, but he's giving the information around the world about narcissism and how narcissists think and how they react and stuff like that.
But it was never enough. Does that sound familiar to you? Of course it does. You know what it is to like to give your all, and it'd still never be enough. You know what it feels like to keep trying until you feel like you've nothing left to give anymore. Why do you think that we are so effective in extracting that sensation from you? It is because invariably we have been schooled in such a technique during our formation that it becomes second nature to us.
Now, remember, he's saying we because he's saying narcissist, okay? We is meaning narcissist. You is meaning other people, empaths as well, okay?
Either consciously or unconsciously. I was praised, I was encouraged, I was supported, and I was pushed. I was told and instructed and ordered. The plaudits came, but there was always the caveat. That is an excellent result, but next time, try for 100%. You ran a brilliant time, but I know you can do it faster. You just need to try harder. Push yourself. It is good, but not as good as what you can do. You are better than that. Remember, we are better than all of them out there.
You see how he thinks? The narcissist usually thinks that he is better. They are better than anyone else out there. Okay? This is a trait that they have. They are better than everyone else.
It's pretty good. But remember, HG, you will let me down if you do not get to the top of the class. Still, although it was conditional praise, it was praise nonetheless, and this combined with my endeavors meant that I was never ignored. The achievements accumulated, the prizes were gathered, and the accolades were acquired. Upwards, always upwards and onwards. Accordingly, your praise, your admiration, means so much to me and my kind. For me, it was always the standard by which I was judged, and so it is the same now. Like all of our kind, we crave the adulation, the admiration, the passion, because it provides us with validation, it powers us. This is why I work so hard to cause you to give it to me. I want it. I want to be seen. I want to be recognized. And that means that I must receive your emotion-sodden attention, namely your fuel. It doesn't matter if you're shouting at me or begging me to stop, so long as it is directed towards me. This is why everything that I do is calculated to provide a reaction, and those of the unaware members of the Brethren, everything that they do is instinctively organized to provoke a reaction. Your reactions, i.e. fuel, power us, give us validation and signify that we have control. The worst thing that you can ever do to our kind is to ignore us. When we are seducing you, you must never ignore us. We have invested far too much in your acquisition to lose you to someone or something else. The bombardment of you with messages and attention is to not only control you in the moment, to bring you under overall control, to ensure that you do not venture somewhere else, and thus we are denied control and fuel. This is why the narcissist will text you, and if there isn't a prompt response, the narcissist will text you again, and then will call you, and then will turn up at your house. The narcissist needs to know that you're responding to the seduction. The need to control is absolute. There is too much at stake to allow you to ignore us. Once devaluation begins, once again, we need the emotionally charged attention that comes from you. You're weeping, you're shouting, you're screaming, you're complaining. The insults, the anger, the madness. It will never trouble us in the way that it troubles you to be shouted at. In some instances, your tears and your anger is just pure negative fuel, deliciously potent and precisely what we want. Sometimes it comes as challenge fuel.
All of that excites a narcissist. All of that stuff fuels a narcissist to just eat your brain up, suck you up, fool you, trick you, believe them, not believe everybody else, cause chaos. That's what they do. That's what they do. It's like we give them energy. This is why R. Kelly still feels like he's innocent, because the people out here give him energy, as well as some of his lawyers gassing him up. Don't worry, guy, we could get you off. Yeah, you're innocent. You're totally innocent. You didn't do nothing wrong.
And thus you are feeling us nevertheless. You are not wounding us. This is a common mistake that people who don't understand narcissism make. But there is a challenge, and that challenge must be put down. But so long as you continue to fuel us, we are good for several rounds yet. We need the fuel from you, positive or negative. And if you wish to understand more about the various categories of fuel and how it all operates, you can do no better than reading my book, Fuel, which you will find in the Knowledge Vault or on Amazon. We require your response. It makes us feel powerful. The negative fuel is more powerful than the positive fuel because it isn't that difficult to get somebody to be nice to you.
Oh.
But to cause that person to cry, to shout, to complain, to wail, to seethe, that is more difficult. And particularly with regard to extracting that from a genuine empath, geared in a way not to behave immediately with furious anger. To extract that negative fuel from our empathic victims signifies power.
You see what he said? To infuel that impact on an empath is power for them. It's all about power and control. That's what this case was about. Power and control. How R. Kelly had the power and control of these girls at the time when they were girls. And some women he even dealt with. And the people he worked with. The people around him. It's all about power and control. The only thing he did not have control of was his money. He had control until he started losing a grip. People were tired of his shit and walked away.
The provision of your fuel makes us feel powerful. By saying nothing to you, we will cause you to beg and plead, to explain what is wrong, to hang around us, eyes wide in confusion as you beseech us to tell us what it is that you have done wrong. All the while, you are providing us with fuel and signaling that you're under control. We are not fussy about the emotions that you pour our way, good or bad, we will take them all. The bad admittedly makes us feel more powerful, but the sweet potency of favorable responses and eyes glowing with admiration are very welcome, of course. This is one of the reasons that we alternate back and forth, making you happy and joyful towards us and then full of woe and anger. The contrast reinforces our omnipotence because we are the puppet masters. One moment we can make you laugh and then with the flick of the switch we have you in tears, or because you have, inadvertently of course, threatened our control.
Oh.
Such behavior, of course, is viewed from your perspective as bad, wrong, and evil, according to your values. But you ought to know that this game is not being played according to your rules. It is played according to ours, to our perspective, and we must always win. We must always assert control, and we will do so.
And that is why R. Kelly is going to be sitting in jail for life. Power and control.
We always achieve that. This does not mean that we have directly controlled you because we have the options of indirect and withdrawal. But control is always obtained. We want your fuel. We want your character traits and your residual benefits. Should you challenge us, should you wound us and demonstrate treachery, you are painted black and you are that bad person that we always knew that you were as the revision of history takes hold. If you ignore us, you are a traitor.
You heard what he said? If you ignore us, you're a traitor.
You're treacherous, an unkind individual. And thus, in such circumstances, it is necessary.
We're unkind individuals. We're evil. You heard that girl, Sharice, right? Evil. We're all demons. Everybody that's against R. Kelly is a demon. They're evil, liars, all types of shit. That's that flying monkey shit.
Necessary for us to provoke you all the more in order to gain the love or the hatred. Few of you realize that this is the aim, at least not until much later. You are unable to understand this sudden escalation, this switching, because of the confusion that you are mired in. The edifice that we have built up begins to crack, begins to splinter and fracture. And we must escape your betrayal and seek out the emotions of others in order to compensate for your seditious behavior.
You hear what he said? That's why R. Kelly has to make sure he keeps his fan base. He has to change narratives. He has to lie, spin shit, just so people could get on his side. Because everybody else is against him because they're jealous or they hate him or they whatever.
If we cannot bring your love or hate to the fore, we cannot remain in a position of being ignored, for that is akin to a death sentence for us, and threatens our control to such an extent, allied with the absence of fuel, that forces a retreat, which through our perspective is seen as a different form of assertion of control, and the fuel is sought from others in the fuel matrix to ensure that the wound that you have caused becomes healed. We must be loved, for we view ourselves as worthy of the most perfect love. We must be hated, because of course you see our works of that as of the devil, yes? You must always look our way. You must always give us your emotions. Never walk away from us. Never turn your back upon us. Never fail to answer the telephone or respond to the text message. Never sit in silence and say nothing to us. Recognize us. Do things for us. Respond to us. Acknowledge us. Contact us. Cry for us. Laugh for us. Moan for us. Ask for us. Compliment us. Berate us. Love us. Hate us. But never ignore us.
And that's coming from the words of a narcissist. Oh boy, I tell ya. Now, you know, R. Kelly's something else. You know, and HG Two-Door was right on point with all of that he was just saying. He's great. You guys got to go check him out. Check out his channel. I'm going to put his link in here. I want you guys to follow him. He does great work. He talks a lot about Prince Harry and his wife. And he says that the wife is the narcissist. Check him out. Go check him out, guys, and get a chance, check him out. But before I go, I wanted to, there's this book that I've been listening to. I'm subscribed to Scribd. I don't know if you guys know about this, but they have documents, articles, music sheets, audiobooks, books, all kinds of things. Just type in search and you'll find so many things on whatever you want to research about. It's a really good app. And you pay a monthly subscription and you get unlimited access to all these things. You can download them, save them. You can bookmark the books, make notes, and it's a really good app. So I recommend it for anybody who likes to do research and read and, who's a little nerd on the side. But I wanted to talk about why the innocent plead guilty and the guilty go free. And there's this book that a judge wrote. His name is Jed S. Rakoff. And let me see if I where's the let me see if I can save. Okay, was it saved to my YouTube? Hold on. Let me go back. Let me see if it'll. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. No. Okay. All right. No, it's not there. I don't know where I saved that. Okay. How can I? Later. Okay, there we go. Maybe it'll be here now. Let me see. Okay.
Prosecutors training.
Okay, here we go. Now I had found a video about the author. Like I said, he's a judge, was a judge or is a judge. I don't remember. Tell you the truth. Y'all know me. But this is the channel. And it's the American Enterprise Institute. And they actually talk about it. It's about an hour and 15-minute live. And they talk about the criminal justice system and how it contains troubling paradoxes. And they talk about legal protections. They talk about trial by jury and the right to an attorney, and that yet 100,000 innocent defendants have pleaded guilty and are incarcerated, while many others have been convicted under dubious evidence. And the criminal justice reform is attracting bipartisan interest, and that the legal system remains deeply dysfunctional. He was he's a judge from the Southern District of New York. And he's the one who talks about these things. And he makes startling observations in why the innocent plead guilty and the guilty go free, and other paradoxes of our broken legal system. So it's a pretty cool video. If you guys are interested, please go check it out. Like and share and subscribe to the channel as well. And I'm just going to play a little bit about it because I think it's interesting to talk about. I think it's a good thing that we should talk about it. So this is just a little introduction, nothing too big.
Presents Why the Innocent Plead Guilty and the Guilty Go Free, and Other Paradoxes of Our Broken Legal System, by Jed S. Rakoff. Read by Joe Barrett. Introduction. A sense of justice is central to human endurance. No matter what wrongs we suffer or misfortunes we withstand, the belief that justice will ultimately prevail is part of what keeps us going. Nowhere is this belief more deeply felt than in the United States, and with good reason. For over the decades, we have made progress, however haltingly and imperfectly, in dealing with poverty, racism, sexism, homophobia, and many other challenges. But at present, our system of justice is facing more than one challenge that it seems unable to come to grips with, perhaps because our faith in it may blind us to its shortcomings and contradictions. How can we be fully proud of a system that locks up more human beings than are imprisoned in any other nation? How can we have confidence in a system that too frequently convicts innocent people, often on the basis of dubious forensic science and shaky eyewitness testimony, and sometimes even coerces them into pleading guilty to crimes they never committed? How can we accept a system that imposes the death penalty when we know full well that a meaningful number of those sentenced to death will later be proved innocent? How can we pretend we are adhering to the Constitution when we have created a criminal justice system in which the jury trial has all but been eliminated? How can we claim that justice is equal when we imprison thousands of poor black men for relatively modest crimes, but almost never prosecute rich, white, high-level executives who commit crimes having far greater impact? How can we justify using the convenient excuse of the never-ending war on terror to narrow rights guaranteed by the Constitution? How can we accept Congress's and the Supreme Court's limiting, to the point of near extinction, the hallowed constitutional right to habeas corpus relief? How can we applaud the Supreme Court's view of its ever more confined role in combating excess by the president? Finally, how can we tout our system of civil justice as a remedy for wrongs when the great majority of Americans cannot afford to go to court at all and are often kept out of court, even when they wish to avail themselves of its benefits? In these and other important ways, our system of justice is failing its mission. That our current system of justice is beset by hypocritical pretensions, conundrums, paradoxes, and shortcomings is not a realization I came to easily. When, after serving as a federal prosecutor and then a criminal defense lawyer, I first became a federal judge a quarter century ago, I still thought the system pretty much delivered justice as it was supposed to, and just needed some tweaking here and there to get it right. But my subsequent experience and that of my judicial colleagues too often revealed that our system of justice was seriously flawed, and after a while I thought it my duty to speak out about these deficiencies. I tried to do this first and foremost in the actual cases that came before me, but over time recurring patterns emerged in those cases that made me believe I had an obligation to bring these shortcomings to public attention as well. About 6 years ago, I began to write articles calling attention to these problems for the New York Review of Books, to whose editors I owe a huge debt. This book, which was completed in the summer of 2020, further develops the themes of those articles and also addresses additional limitations of our legal system that have become evident to me from the work I have done on various committees of the National Academy of Sciences, the MacArthur Foundation, and the National Commission on Forensic Science. Finally, the book offers some specific suggestions on how to deal with these problems, but it also argues that real reform must come from an increased recognition by everyday people that our system of justice is broken and needs to be fixed.
And I agree. Our justice system needs to be fixed. It is broken. You know, some things you say, you compare two cases and they'll be exactly the same, but for some reason, somebody will get a harsher sentence than the other, or somebody will have to pay more than the other. The bail will be different than the other, you know? And there's pressure by the higher ups to make sure that all these cases get resolved, whether they're dismissed, whether they get a guilty plea, a guilty verdict, or whether the person pleads guilty, whether they get a confession. I mean, look what they did to the Central Park 5 kids. I mean, they just grabbed whoever the hell they wanted to grab and say, listen, we're being pressured by the mayor and everybody else in the city. You guys have to take the fall for it, period. And they did. And then they were exonerated later on. And that's a shame because there's many people out there like that. And it mainly happens to the minorities. And I agree. And then there's not enough justice for abusers. Like, they'll go to jail, get sentenced for 5 years, and only do a year in jail for a violent crime, a sexual assault. For that, that's like, it just bothers me how the system isn't right, you know. It is flawed and needs to be fixed. Some of these laws, these old laws need to be changed. They need to be revised. You know, it's a lot. And this system is definitely flawed. And this is a country of men, you know, and it's crazy. So, guys, just want to know what you guys think about that. Please make sure you hit that like button on your way out, all right, y'all? Don't forget to hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Put the notification bell on all. Thank you very much. For those who are on the replay, please make sure you leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about the topics. And make sure your comments are respectful. And they won't go anywhere. And if you like the content, you would like to support the channel, you can cash at me at Diva Divine Light. Donations are appreciated. That's exactly what they are. Donations to the channel to keep the channel going, pay those bills so I can come to you and bring you content. And my cash app is $ Diva Divine Light. You can also PayPal me at Diva Divine Light as well. And you can Zelle me. And it's 347-664-9253. That's the information for the Zelle. Y'all already know, guys. Peace.